All right, we're going live now. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. If you're definitely new to the channel, certainly subscribe, and then if you're here, definitely smash that like button over here, man. All right, let's get into it, man. The Bucks was actually really truly scared right there, man. I mean, they kept the starters all the way to the end, man. It actually shows you how deep this roster pretty much is. I don't know if
Mhm.
Jacque Vaughn actually threw the game or what, man, but I think if he let Trenton Wofford in there, if he let Dennis
Oh
Smith Jr., and yeah, I think we probably could have won this game over here, man. So yeah, we got Iceman. He's joining us, man. He was already like live up in here with me before
yeah,
the show
man.
started over here, man. So
It's
um,
pre-production, right?
definitely good to have you, man. Definitely good to have
Yeah,
you, Iceman.
thanks.
So yo, what's your takes on this game over here, man? Especially with like Jalen Wilson, because that's who I'm actually headlining this show to start with, man. He actually looks really impressive, and I think Jacque Vaughn actually has to get him more minutes, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of positives to take from that, from all the guys he played. But yes, Jalen Wilson, he's giving me these Ginobili vibes, man. Especially with the intangibles he's bringing. Not saying he's him, but that's the type of player that he should mold himself into to bring in the best out of his skills, man. But when you mentioned this guy throwing the game. That's what I had in mind the entire night. I was like, oh man, I detached myself. Like, okay, this is the direction we're going. So, man, I think I've accepted our fate. They're really not valuing seeding or anything like that. Because it was a winnable game, man. It really was, man. Even though they were playing down to the competition, the Bucks were. We had an opportunity to go ahead if they put in Cam Thomas or McCall, but they're really not trying to break the guys down. I guess that was his excuse, man. But it just shows they prioritize their projects more than actually winning. So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense from Sean Marks of the opposite, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, well, the coach actually makes the decisions over here, man. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up. There we go. Here's the box scores over here, man. I have too many damn tabs open, So,
Yeah.
what we got over here? What we have? What we have? All right, so Jalen Wilson over here. I'm starting to show with him, and he was fearless. 11 out of 11 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds. I mean, he played hard.
Yeah.
They had him as a negative 14 on a plus minus department, so he finished overall with 21 points. 3-point shooting wasn't there like I thought that, I mean, I
Hmm.
would like to see, yeah, he should have made some more threes, but this really came down to like just the Milwaukee Bucks actually just really making shots, man. They hit shots, and
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so let's get into Jalen Wilson over here, man. What do you think, man?
He's a pretty good prospect. I wouldn't be surprised if they they start putting him at the five, man. I mean, this is what the Nets do. They're probably gonna put him down there at the five or the four as
Well, nah, he's
wing.
6'6", 220. He's too small, so he actually has to stay at the at the three at the two position. It depends on the lineup, man. I mean, anything
Yeah,
like, but I mean, he has like in terms of his size, man. I mean, 220 pounds is really good for a guard.
yeah.
And I mean, currently on the season, he's averaging 2.2.5 points per game, 1.3 rebounds, 0.6 assists, but the field goal percentage, I mean, 63%. I mean, not really shooting that many three. I mean, not taking that many shots in the limited minutes that he actually had. But let's look
Hmm.
into where was the yeah, here we go, right here. Now there was some highlights of him over here. Let's see.
Yeah, he's a strong kid, man. I
Yeah,
mean, he
man.
is
And
a
I like I
4 year
like
player.
I like the fact that he attacked Brooke Lopez on that switch right there.
Hmm.
Um let's see, let's check that out again, man. Whew. Yeah, I mean, he was fearless, man. He was really
Yeah,
fearless.
he that 4 year stint in college really helped his confidence, man, because and his body's filled out like he already has an NBA
Yeah,
body.
yeah,
See,
yeah,
look at
yeah,
that.
definitely. Definitely. So I mean, like, you got it's a good replacement for like Cam Johnson. Let's say if Cameron Johnson actually goes down, I mean, here's a guy who can actually like get to the rim. He could finish, like you just said, his frame 220 pounds. I mean, taking it right to Brook Lopez a couple of times, just getting to the line. So competition is really a great thing over here, man.
Yeah.
And
Let me
it
ask you
just
a question, man.
go ahead.
Um, man, I know this could be out there, man. You think that they're trying to trade Cam Thomas, man?
Well, I don't know, man. It depends on who you actually get, man. Anybody's tradable. Anybody's actually tradable. If you actually, get like a star in return,
Hmm.
because you got like guys like Lonnie Walker, and you look at Jalen Wilson, you look at what's his name, Derek Whitehead. The jury's still out on him. I mean, they
Yeah.
got like a lot of guards on this team over here, man. Armani
I'm,
Brooks.
I
Uh,
mean, because they're not really treating him the same way they're prioritizing the other young guys, man. Like, I mean, I understand it's a back to back. He sat down the entire fourth last game, and he only played the first quarter of this game. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it. You understand, or they're really deciding what direction they're going in terms of like with the young guys and stuff like that.
I mean, like a lot of these guys are actually tradable. Man, Spencer Dinwiddie's actually tradable.
Hmm.
I mean, I like the way he actually. Well, Trendon Watford, I actually like the way he actually ran the point guard position. But Jalen Wilson, I don't know if he's a Cam Thomas replacement as of yet. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, he's definitely much more, explosive off the dribble. Like
Hmm.
he's a better defender. I mean, you saw he actually played defense. He got into passing lanes. He plays hard.
Yeah.
There's more athleticism. I mean, he's taller. He's 6'6". Is he a Cam? He's a Cam Thomas replacement. I think we got to see more of a sample size of that.
Hmm.
But I mean, that he like I said, he can hit the three. Like I said, he's been playing really well. I'm just surprised they had him as on the plus minus department. He was a negative 14, and Noah Clowney actually really did well. I was shocked
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, in terms of how he actually played. I mean, the poise he actually played with. I should
Hmm.
actually put that in the description. I'll make the adjustment later. But yeah, Noah Clowney actually really played well, and is Nick Claxton actually really expendable. I mean, there's so many different
Yeah.
ways I can go with this show over here, man. Because Dayron Sharp, I mean, it's actually looking really good. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of positives in this loss, even though I mean, I know they got blown out by like 18 something points over here, man. But uh no, it was like 20 something. Yeah, I'm
22.
too tired to do the math,
It
man.
happens.
But there's a lot of things. There's a lot of different positives you can actually go with this over here in terms of like
Hmm.
how deep they are. But Dayron Sharp, let's look at his stat line over here: 5 out of 6, 12 points. And it's tough against like Giannis Giannis over there. He even actually hit a three. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to tell the guys. I was on the Breezy show, man. Like you saw how Giannis was even disrupting guys like Harry Giles. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
physical force up in there, man. So
He is, man, and he's free to do whatever he wants, especially with the whistle he has. Like, but
yeah,
he I don't know, man. It wasn't really to me. It wasn't really an overwhelming, Giannis game as he usually has.
no,
It's just he.
they were incredibly physical, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm saying. Because like I want to see more Jalen Wilson. I want to see what he actually looks like. Trading deadline will actually come
Hmm.
in February something. It's going to be interesting to see that
Very interesting.
what moves that Sean Marks is actually going to make.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, he actually did his thing, man. Let's go into his. Do I got his post game thing up there? Man, he was tired, man. He played hard that first half, man. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, he actually played really hard. Um, what's his name? Dennis Smith Jr. actually really did well. I mean, I
Hmm.
like the way he actually ran the offense. And I said this in a couple of shows ago about Trendon Watford. He's going to be the forgotten man on this, and he actually, how much he actually had, man, because he actually played really, 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 really well, man.
Yeah,
And I was saying that the Brooklyn Nets, Jacque Vaughn, pretty much should actually have him start until we figure out what to do with Ben Simmons. I don't know if he's actually going to come back, but I mean,
hmm
17 points, man. Um, he had 4 assists. I like the way he actually ran the offense. I like the fact that he actually has a little floater right there.
yeah,
You saw Dayron Sharp kind of struggle with that against Giannis Antetokounmpo when he was actually really man in the middle right there. He actually had to kind of reset the offense where Trendon Watford, has like that little teardrop right there. You
yeah,
know, and it's really kind of hard to stop that shot, man, if you actually master it.
yeah.
So, and like I said, he had Damian Lillard switched on to him at times, and let's look at Dame's stat line: 12
Oh man,
points, 12 points over here, man.
that definitely a different Damian
Yeah, that's what
Lillard,
I'm saying. Like, if
like
you're
from the
physical,
past. No, it's not the
I
same
was on
guy.
Lamont's channel, FYF Sports. I mean, I was arguing with these guys about that on that panel earlier today, man. If you're physical, I mean, you're going to actually be in games, and we see why Dame
Yeah,
actually failed, all these times, and Portland, because like when you get into the playoffs, the refs actually swallowed the whistle, and the referees
yeah.
actually swallowed the whistle on this one. They really did. They really let these guys play for the most part.
This is why the Pacers have their number because they throw a lot of bodies at them. They're
Yeah,
always active, and
yeah,
that's how they beat them.
yeah. So this is the winnable game. I think if we actually played a lot of guys, I thought Jacque Vaughn. I was saying the last show, I said he has to mix these starters up with the
hmm
rookies, and he just went all rookies, man. Damn, damn, man.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I was like,
That was a
come on,
winnable
we could have
game
got
for
this
real.
game over here, man. We could have won this game. I'm like, man.
We're closer to the 10th seed now than to the fucking 8th seed now. Like,
No, we at number 9 now.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're closer to the 10th
Yeah,
than to the 8th at
yeah. So
now.
this was definitely a winnable game over here. You hold Dame to 12 points, and it was really Chris Middleton that actually really killed us, and Cameron Payne.
Yeah,
It just, like I said, this is a make or miss league. I mean, they just made shots
they
and
were
we didn't make
wide
shots.
open,
Yeah,
especially
that's
this
another
guy.
thing. It's just the perimeter defense from the Brooklyn Nets. What's Cameron Payne's percentage from the 3-point line? Let's see. What does he actually shoots? So he's with OKC's percentage from threes, 32. All right, so 38.6%. So yeah, that's a shoot. That's a guy right there. You actually have to run off the 3-point line, man. I mean, he's at 38.6%. You can't leave
Yeah,
these guys wide open. Now, when he first came into the league, when he was 32.4%, yeah, you could play the numbers. But like 38%, man, it's tough, man. Either you give Giannis like a pathway
to
to
the
the
rim
rim,
and stuff.
or you put a wall against him, he passes it out, and you take a gamble, and it's just Chris Middleton made shots and Cameron Payne made shots.
Yeah, yeah. There was this guy. I forgot. I think it's Dunn. I'm not sure. Is it Dunn or whoever was in the starting
Uh,
five? He's
yeah,
num
Malik
he
Beasley, and
Malik Beasley. Yo, there was a point. You saw it, right? He took like
yeah,
three dribbles wide open, and everybody was
yeah,
just looking
yeah.
at him. I was like, wow, like put a guy on this dude, bro.
And he actually shoots from the 3-point line this year 45.4%
Look at
from the
that.
3-point line, man. So I don't know. When you got like lethal shooters out there like that, I guess you live with Giannis actually, because Giannis is not going to make every single shot at the rim. So I guess you try
Yeah,
to contest and you give up these, a couple of points, and then hopefully you can actually come down and yeah, but 40, that's how much he's shooting from three, 45% from three.
that's
Good
pretty
gosh,
good.
man. Sheesh. Yeah, man. So this is but like I said, we don't know. The starters didn't really play much. But it shows where, like, I think what's his name? Dayron Sharp actually has another gear, another level he
hmm
needs to get to, because Like there was times when he was under the paint, and then didn't really have any post moves, any footwork. So that's something that he really needs to kind of work on there.
Yeah, yeah. He had quick hands. I forgot who it was. Damn, I forgot who it was that he was just busy in the paint. I mean, they did lead the game in points in the paint, but yeah, man, he did his thing. He did his thing.
Yeah,
He did
yeah.
what he does best.
So the next game, I mean, the Nets to actually get against the Wizards. I mean, I think Jalen Wilson will actually get more burn. I mean, 11 free throws, man. That's
Yeah, at
actually
least they
crazy.
got to pump their chest up for this one right here.
Yeah,
Now against the
11
big
free
boys, right?
throws, 10 rebounds. They have him as, like I said, they have him as a negative 14. I'm gonna watch the game again. There's just so much stuff that's actually been going on watching this game. I'm trying to evaluate a lot of these players.
Hmm.
Um, but Jalen Wilson actually stood out to me, and then Noah Clowney. I mean,
Yeah,
he actually has to get some strength. What's his weight right now? Let's see. Definitely small, man. Yeah,
yeah,
210 pounds. Ugh. At the
yeah,
four.
yeah. He was pretty active there. He was
No, he
pretty
was,
active,
he
man.
was, he was. I was surprised that he actually had 14 points. But again, he has like a little floater. Okay, so that again, that really helps because
He could shoot too. He could
yeah, he
shoot.
can shoot. He can shoot. I gotta look up his G League stats and see what he's doing because I meant to actually make a separate video on Clowney and Jalen Wilson. I want to go over their G League bios and
Yeah.
yeah. So let's see what Jalen Wilson actually has to say.
How did it feel to be out there and contribute the way that you did?
Feel great. Always fun being able to play the game that I love so much, and just having a chance to go out and compete, especially playing against a good team like Milwaukee. I always just want to take advantage of the opportunity and go out and just play hard.
Jalen, you guys were able to dominate from the inside, 70 points. What was part of that game plan that you guys were able to capitalize on when it comes to dominating from that inside zone?
Just not falling in love with the three, taking contested shots. When the ball got moving.
All right, Iceman. How many times did I say on this about taking contested 3-point shots? Right?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many times do I keep saying that, man?
You
All
did.
the time. All the time, man. All the
Hmm.
time.
And we got to cut and drive to the paint. We saw a lot of lanes open up, and I think we just took advantage of that. Didn't settle too much, and we successfully just got to the rim, got some and-1s, and just kept the game close.
I know the score doesn't speak for itself, but this game was very close, and especially going up to that fourth quarter. How do you look at your time with Long Island and how you guys have built that chemistry and were able to kind of showcase that here tonight?
I think just all the games that we play together, we've just grown much more.
Yeah, and that's another thing. When that unit was actually on the floor, the bench, they were actually sharing the basketball. The ball was moving from side to side.
Yep.
And I try to tell people, like other basketball players out there, the ball moves faster than what you can actually move, man. You can be the fastest player on the court, but the ball actually moves much faster. And when everybody touches the basketball, man, you're gonna go out there. You want to play hard.
Yep.
Like I said, I played with players, and Iceman, I'm pretty sure you have too.
Yep.
When guys don't want to pass the ball and they take bad shots and they try to play hero basketball, you don't really want to play, man. You're like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's something that Cam Thomas actually has to learn to use his team. And you saw like all these guys were actually working together. I just wish they had like some of the veterans out there to work with these guys. I think they should have Mikal Bridges, more out there.
I guess they used DSJ for that, because he played a lot of minutes. He played like what, 3/4 or something like that.
Yeah, I was trying to get Jacque Vaughn's press game up. I should have recorded it when I had a chance, man. They didn't have.
Yeah, I heard he got tight on Jacque Vaughn because they asked him like, did you see today's game as an exhibition? And I guess he took it offensive. Yeah, he got tight.
Yeah, because Trendon Watford was actually playing really well, man. I was like, he was he was a man on a mission over here, man. I mean, 6 out of 9, 5. I mean, he was
Mm-hmm.
into the free throw line. He was playing the point guard position. So, what that did, you had Dame on him. I mean, Dame is like 6'2" or something like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, 6'2", 195 pounds. And how tall is actually Wofford over here? I know he's 6'9", but what's his weight? What is he listed at? 237 pounds. So that's a
Look
matchup
at
right
that.
there that you got to keep constantly keep going to, and let the
Yeah.
Milwaukee Bucks actually make adjustments. So the
Mhm.
Bucks actually had a lot of holes. In terms of Brook Lopez being out there, and like guys getting switched on to him. So I don't know, man. I think this is a winnable game right here, man.
Definitely was. Definitely was, man. Looks like they played down to the competition, man. Like I said, man, we could have, taken off with it, but fuck it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Like I said, man, with Jacque Vaughn, man, I don't know, because I was like I said, I was on FYF earlier, and towards the end of the show, I did thing today, and I'm like, and Lamont and I, we were arguing about coaching, and Darvin Ham, and I said, listen, great coaches make in-game adjustments, and good coaches make game-to-game adjustments.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not seeing in-game adjustments from Jacque, because I would have kept going to that, man. I would say, hey, listen, forget the ball movement. You got Dame switched on to you, and you Trenton Wofford. You got to keep attacking him and force the Bucks right there to really kind of, make an adjustment right there. So, and they did. They had put Bobby Portis on him.
Mm-hmm.
So then now we'll put like Cam Thomas out there and give him some extended minutes, and then see if he can go out there and attack Dame. You got to keep doing that, man. It's like they do it to us.
Yeah, I mean, his in-game adjustment is going back to his his plan. Because
Yeah.
Roy started at the 4 today. He was guarding Brook Lopez again, So it was like, man, I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
so I don't know. Well, at least Giles actually saw some minutes. He has 7.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
has 7 minutes, but it's like it wasn't really a great. He had Giannis kind of manning the paint right there, and then you got Brook
Hmm.
Lopez. I want to go because I said whoa, because I turned the game on like I think mid first. I said Giles is actually playing. I'm like, what? I said,
I
"What the
was
fuck?" I said, "What
surprised
the fuck
too.
is going on over here, man?" I'm like, hold on, John. I said, I got to watch now over here, man. All right,
Yeah,
so like I said, with Dayron Sharp actually playing well, what do you think? I mean, is Claxton actually expendable over here?
man. I think today was a little bit of a mini yard sale, man. It was just putting out feelers for everybody in the league. Like, yo, think him, Dinwiddie, and probably one of the young guys that play today might be candidates to get traded, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want to keep Claxton though, but
Yeah, I mean, because you saw Giannis was actually attacking him. I mean, I think Dayron was guarding Giannis, and just Giannis went around him like it was just nothing.
yeah,
But then Claxton can't guard him either. He's just way too small, man.
yeah. But who could at the end of the day, who
No,
can
no,
guard
you
that?
can't. I mean, nobody. I mean, maybe Joel Embiid, but I mean, Joel actually has to be in position. Like if
Hmm.
Giannis is like driving straight down on him, and then he could put. But in terms of like lateral movement, yes. I mean, it's tough. I mean, Giannis is actually really tough, and
Sorry, Claude Smith. Dinwiddie's gonna get traded. He's too old for this
oh
timeline.
yeah, yeah, Claude, what happened to you yesterday, man? We actually had a really good show. How are you, man? Hey, Claude, make sure you drop a like on the video, man. A like is actually free, and the universe actually gives back to you, man. I mean, I really, really, truly
did
believe
he?
that.
Did he actually play? You didn't get mentioned today, right?
Who? No,
Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie didn't play today. He rested.
All
Yeah,
right, because I saw him in
yeah, he was in
uniform.
street clothes. Yeah, they said he was going to be out though. Um, but Dinwiddie's actually expensive. I mean, Dennis Smith Jr. has actually been playing better than Dinwiddie. Um,
Yeah.
he's able to actually. He's a better defender. better finisher. You saw he dunked it on. It was a dunker-fest, man, on Brook Lopez,
Yeah,
man.
and you know he's not afraid to take those dunks, man.
Yeah, yeah. I would say I like Dinwiddie because of his size.
Yeah,
I like Dinwiddie because of his size. He's 6'6", but he just doesn't play like it. Doesn't use it to his advantage. And here, Dennis Smith Jr. is actually freaking 6'2", 6'3", and he plays bigger than his actual size. I mean, yeah. That he says then DSJ is actually injury prone. Uh,
mhm,
so there's a lot of players in the NBA, man. I mean, it's
yeah.
tough. You starting to sound like Dreamers Pro now, man. Claude Smith. I swear. I gotta do a couple of videos on that prick right there, man.
Oh man, he's still. Well, yeah, he's always gonna have a channel, but yeah,
Yeah, I thought like
he's still alive.
David Arenas actually putting the nail in the coffin would actually just out. He's still out there, man. I mean, he never played any kind of basketball. Now he's actually saying that today's NBA players suck compared to the guys in the 90s. And I'm 45 years old. I've been watching basketball in the 90s, and that's just
Yeah.
categorically not true at all, man.
Mhm.
And it's total disrespect from Dreamers Pro, man.
The rules are different, but the players have evolved for sure.
Everything evolves, and like I said, like MJ is still a great player, but he never had to face anybody back then, man. Who he had to face?
Yeah.
Who on the no franchise. Let's see what Claude Smith actually has to say over here. No franchise has held on to DSJ for more than a season. Well, so has Spencer Dinwiddie. He's been shopped around too, man.
Yeah.
Washington. Listen, unless your name is like LeBron James, you might as well actually, Giannis or Luka Don. Unless you one of those top echelon players, you better get an apartment. Don't be buying no house, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
A Jokic or something like that. Yeah, man. A lot of these role players has been shopped around.
And I'm pretty sure that the decision to move Dinwiddie, if he is going to get moved, it's not going to be based on DSJ. It's really not. They
He's
have
been.
nothing to
I
do
mean,
with
his
each other.
play has been really, really bad. I mean, the last good game he had was like 5 games ago. He says it's Keon Johnson. I think that's his name. Was it K
Yeah,
Johnson? Yeah, yeah. I think he's position
he's
six
a
five.
shooting guard though, right?
Yeah,
He's a
but
shooting guard.
yeah. He's a 2. They don't have him as a 1. And he played okay. I mean, took some. I like this. I mean, he's athletic though, man. He's small though. He's 6'5", 185 pounds.
I mean,
You
Dinwiddie was perfect in that role, man, and that shoot only role with Ben Simmons. He was perfect in
catch and
that
shoot.
role.
Yeah, like I said, when I saw when Ben Simmons came back last year, I think before he went out. No, he was already there. But like when Dinwiddie actually got traded to the team, yeah, Dinwiddie's an excellent catch and shoot player, man. Off the 3, it's just him pulling up and that sidestep shot. I mean, that barely goes in. I think he only made like 2 out of 16 of those attempts. Yeah, Keon Johnson is a combo guard, but they already got like that position in terms of the point guard like position there. Like you already got guys. I mean, Trendon Watford. I like the way he actually runs the offense, man. He just doesn't hold on to the
Yeah,
basketball. Uh, they should
he knows how to
actually.
direct traffic and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And I'm like, he should be. I don't want to say running the offense, but like the ball should be in his hands a lot. He made really, really good decisions with the ball today, man.
Yeah,
But they had him as a negative 15. So a lot of these players, you see, look at the plus minuses. It's the
yeah, I don't
Bucks.
get
They're
that
going against Giannis. He just does this to everybody, man. He's just they don't call him the Greek freak for nothing, man.
for real.
They had
Like
Noah
that.
Clowney let's see what Claude has to say. A flag should go up for any player with back issues. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. But like with DS. What's his name? Damn, what's man? My brain tonight, man. Dennis Smith Jr. is an upper back. It wasn't like anything with the herniated disc or anything like kind of nerve related. So
Yeah.
this was just like a back sprain. So maybe he fell on his back. We want to worry about the lower back, the herniated disc, the L4s.
Yeah.
That's a red flag right there. Now, but Michael
Absolutely.
Porter Jr. Bounced back from it. So I think he had the same injury. I think he had the same injury, and then you had Brooke Lopez had a back injury too. So he actually really bounced back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Keon Johnson, yeah, he actually had 12 points. Again, we gotta just see larger sample size of these guys. You gotta remember,
Mhm.
like when you know, like the coaches, they have scouting reports, and
Yep.
there's like a lot of these players that we see with um like Whitehead. Now Jalen Wilson is a different story right there, but like Noah Clowney, I mean, they haven't really, you're not really taking them seriously. If they start becoming like they start getting more minutes and they get thrown into the rotation, then we'll see like coaches kind of game plan against them. What do you think about Amani Brooks'
Yeah.
performance?
Um, I- he was pretty much just there today, I guess.
Missing a lot of shots at the rim, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know what he could do. I've seen his skills, but he was just there for the most part. Um, as far as Jalen Wilson, yeah, that negative whatever he has, I don't agree with that, man. Because
Plus
he was pretty
minus,
much
yeah, 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 yeah,
he was pretty much doing everything, intangibles, getting
yeah.
those rebounds, scrapping, diving, almost diving into the stands,
Yeah, I
So
keep saying this. If you play hard, you're gonna be into games. And like I said, we seeing a weakness of Dame over there, man, being
mhm.
exposed. Is like the Nets actually got size. I'm just surprised that like Jacque Vaughn just went away from this because Dennis Smith
Yeah, I
Jr.
mean, it's an example. Like, even though Giles didn't play that many minutes, his presence, just being there, is felt. Like a
Yeah,
lot of guys weren't trying to drive down the lane. He was keeping people honest out there. And this is the thing he has to understand. Jacque Vaughn does that. The more players you use, the more adjustments the opposite coach is going to have to make, and it's going to make it harder for them. So
yeah.
he
You
should
saw,
take
like I
that
said, you
advantage.
saw that they had to keep the starters in against bench players, role players,
Yeah,
pretty much, and that's because Milwaukee lost to the Knicks. They had
yeah.
Jalen Brunson. I'm sorry, dropped 38 points on them, man. I don't know how they
Jesus
let that happen.
Christ. Oh my God. I don't be understand that. I think Dame Lillard just fell asleep on this dude and he just took advantage of that.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, 12 points from Dame over here, so he helped. Damn, it really, like I said, it was really Middleton. I mean, now hold on, so the only thing our young players need is a point guard. Okay,
Playing time.
playing time is part of the process. I got these studio lights in my face over here, man. They'll get better with time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 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 yeah,
They
yeah.
needed this game today. So they're gonna take that with them back to the G League, and hopefully that propels them to another level because they're doing good on there. So thank God for the G League. But to be honest, this is the most playing time they're gonna get together, man. Um, I mean, barring something big happens where they trade half the roster, and they're gonna have to do this again one day. But yeah,
Yeah,
man, they'll develop.
yeah. Let's see if they actually have the game grades up. Do we actually have that up already? Let me check, man. I like kind of going over those, man, to see whether I agree with the pundits or not, man.
Yeah,
They have the game grade. I don't think they even get oh, here we go. All right. Player grades, man. Let's get into this over here. Let's get into this. The player grades, man. Player grades. It took kind of a long time. Normally they have it within a hour.
yeah.
And so let's see. All right, so they give Dennis Smith Jr. A. and
Okay.
he had a solid offensive performance. He had some highlight plays in this game. You see something, Claude Smith, that Dinwiddie doesn't really give us: athleticism. Okay,
Yeah.
athleticism, Claude, athleticism. Uh, he could not get anything going from the perimeter, which isn't surprising. He only shoots 31% from three.
Yeah.
So but he took a charge on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, I mean, if we can get something back for Dinwiddie, yeah, I would definitely do that. And we have Dory. I mean, you'll have like Trendon Watford. You'll have Ben Simmons if he actually comes back. I don't know if he will. And then you got
Mhm.
that's a nice little point guard lineup right there, man. I
Yeah.
know I'm getting Claude really. Cam Thomas gets a B. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, 8 points. I expected him to play more. Obviously, take over the offensive duties. But hey, man, the ways of Jacque Vaughn.
Yeah, yeah. So he was saying they're saying over there that they wanted Cam Thomas to really get rest, but like this website is saying that like Cam Thomas can use kind of all the development he can pretty much get.
Exactly.
And you want to see him in these type of games over here, man, and
Exactly.
see if he can. If there's any weaknesses that like better elite defenders can kind of actually expose. So they got
Hmm.
Mikal Bridges. They gave him a B. He had and
Oh, Anthony Paris, you for real? He said that? Well, thank God, man. Somebody's talking, man. Thank God, because that shit was a slap in the face to the fans, bro. It really turned me off, to be honest.
yeah.
It
What
really,
did what did Mikal say? He's not a.
he said that he's not a fan of Jacque Vaughn tanking the game.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I was saying. I was kind of thinking that, man. I was like, he threw the game. I'm like, what the fuck?
like
I'm
these
like,
veterans is probably like, yo, get me out of this franchise. These dudes don't want to win. Like, what the fuck am I
yeah,
doing here?
like, oh, we don't
Like,
got
is
any
this G
draft
League?
picks or anything like that, man. Yeah,
Like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, I was like, cause that's what I was saying to myself. It's like if we could have had some of the veterans like Cam Thomas mixed in with the rookies, because like I said, the rookies are going to play hard. I mean, I said that yesterday
Yeah.
on the live stream. I said expect, and I knew Jacque Vaughn was going to do this. He was going to go to the rookies because of the back to back, and I said, listen, they're going to be in this game. They're going to play hard, and if I wish they had some of the veterans in there, man, like Trendon Watford. I mean, he didn't play that many minutes in Detroit. Like, well, I
Hmm.
mean, seriously, what the fuck?
Like I was saying earlier, bro. This dude Sean Mars, bro. He does everything he can. He only cares about his projects, his draft pick. He doesn't give a damn about winning, you know, about the major league guys unless he drafted them. He doesn't care about that, man. He doesn't care if we punt a game, if it has to do with his projects, his draft picks, that's all he cares about. And I wouldn't be surprised if these veterans like, yo, get me out of here, man. I'm not gonna stay here for this fucking, this
Well,
G League
let's
is not
see. I
right.
mean, like you'll let Jacques Vaughn know, and then hopefully Jacques Vaughn doesn't do this again, man, because this is a winnable game right here.
But
And even
he's
the
following
Milwaukee
orders though,
Bucks
bro.
coach, huh? Go ahead. What happened?
He's following orders though. You know that's also
Yeah.
emotion, you know.
So Royce O'Neal, they give Royce O'Neal a C over here. So O'Neal was one of the best players who had a short night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he was actually playing really well too, Royce O'Neal.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, actually, not really. He only had 3 points, but I mean, he would have put up more resistance to guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo. He could have put a body on Chris Middleton. I mean, he was killing us in the mid range right there,
Oh
man.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was killing us. He was just destroying us. And then
Hmm.
Jacques Vaughn actually said that he's not a fan of the midi. He doesn't like mid-range
Yeah.
shots. But like I said, those mid-range shots actually open up your driving lanes, man.
Yep.
So it makes it to where you can't really kind of like, like you got to play him for that shot. And yeah, now you're not locked in defensively, and now it's just easier to kind of go around you.
Yep.
All right, Dayron Sharp, he gets a B. and he actually played really well. Let me spit this out. So, all right, so yeah, Day'Ron Sharp actually gets a B. Um, he actually really did well. Sharp said he hasn't played a lot of minutes in one game, but he has had a consistent role throughout the season. It seems like Jacque Vaughn wanted to give him a rest too. On the floor, Sharp had some good moments, but he also struggled to stay out of foul trouble. Yeah, I said that earlier when guarding Giannis, man.
Mm-hmm.
I won't second guess Jacque Vaughn's decision. He's getting well, listen, man, coaches get fired all the time in the NBA, all right? There's no
Yeah.
such thing as a perfect coach, Claude, all right? There's
Mhm.
no such thing. Yes, we can actually second guess Jacque Vaughn for throwing the game damn near, man. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a punt.
I was like, what the I'm like, come on, man. I mean,
Oh man.
and then
A lot of
Wofford,
people on Twitter, bro. You know the guys that bet, they were like, "Yo, Jacque Ball, your days are numbered," because
oh
everybody had
wow.
Cam Thomas over 25 points, and he sat him down. It was like, "Oh my god, these betting sites
Damn.
made money off of that."
Jeez. Wow. I was trying to look for the post game interview for Jacques Vaughn over here, man. I was really, really looking for it. I couldn't find
Oh, they haven't posted it yet.
not on the website for the Brooklyn Nets, man. On their YouTube page. Because I wanted to hear what he had to say, man. I was just disgusted. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear what the fuck he got to say, man. I mean, all right, so let's see what they have to say. Oh, so all right, so Trendon Watford, of course, he gets an A minus. It says Watford was one of the players who saw extended minutes in this game, which makes him sense given that he's not a consistent part of the rotation. So he was able to show off his total game as he was constantly attacking. All right, where the fuck was all right on the drive, and he uses unique blend of size and mobility to get plenty of free throws. Yeah, man. See, Claude Smith, use of size, okay? Use of size. Then when he doesn't use his size, man. And let's see what they actually have to say about Giles. Yeah, and I can imagine this took a long time to print because like they went, I mean, they went everywhere, man. I mean, just like went
Yeah.
to the whole team pretty much.
Mhm.
All right, so Giles saw some minutes in this one, which is technically an upgrade for him in terms of playing time, but he's still sparingly compared to some of the players that had a lot of time on the court. All right, Giles was good in the rebounding aspect, but other than that, he struggled, and that was disappointing to actually see. So, you
Mhm.
know, yeah. Oh, yeah, Keon Johnson over here. This is something that yeah, they gave him a C. Yeah, this thing is long, man. Long, 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 long.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, when it came to finishing at the basket, this game showed that he still needed some work in in that part of the game. Johnson made an impact in almost every category, and it's clear that he has NBA level athleticism. The question is whether he can develop the skills enough to contribute. Yeah, yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I mean, something like a pull-up jump shot, a pull-up jumper, you know.
Yeah. He reminds me a lot of Gary Payton's son, the guy that played for the Warriors.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. All right, I'm gonna go get me some sleep and everything, man. I gotta get up
Yes,
at 7 in
sir.
the morning. I'm gonna be on Breezy Stream, Friday night. Friday night. I know Breezy's about to start right now, man. He's about to go cook.
Yes, sir.
I wish I could stay up and really make. Damn, I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to stay up to like 12:20 and see what Breezy gets. I want to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
if
I'm gonna
what.
head over there as well.
Yeah, I want to
Because
see
yesterday I was knocked out, so and I couldn't make it yesterday.
I
So
just want to see like did Jacques Vaughn throw the game? Did he have money on the game? You know, I'm like, what the
oh man.
all right. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video, and when you share it, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.
Yes, sir.